Calgary-Currie.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the Minister of Education uses the results of provincial achievement tests for grades 3, 6, and 9 as a key indicator of progress in achieving the admirable goal of attaining excellence in student learning outcomes. So I'm interested, Mr. Speaker, in what appears to be the Minister's curious definition of the word progress, because his ministry's targets for both acceptable and excellent levels of achievements in the tests in 2012-13 are precisely 1% better than the results achieved in 2008-09, 1% in 5 years. Can the Minister disclose the rationale for setting a target of a mere 1% improvement in student learning outcomes over a 5-year period?
The Honourable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, when you're doing exceptionally well, it's hard to get even better.
The Honourable Member.
Well, it was concise in any event. Again to the Minister, given that he's actually set these targets 0.8% lower for acceptable and over 2.5% lower for excellent than the targets he set in his previous business plan, can he explain why he's become more pessimistic about the ability of Alberta education to produce the desired results?
The Honourable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, one of the goals that this government has is to encourage high school completion. I think it probably goes without saying, but I'll say in any event, that as we get more students who are dropping out of school to stay in school and complete, it's likely that the results on exceptional and perhaps even acceptable may go down. We have a huge achievement gap, for example, with FNMI population. If we can bring FNMI students into school, keep them in school, and encourage their success, it will in fact be better for everyone, but the overall targets will flatten.
The Honourable Member, please.
Interesting, considering that we still have about the lowest high school completion rate in the country. Can the Minister explain why a nearly 70% increase in government funding of basic education between 2004 and 2009 would translate into a 6% decline in the number of students who tested at the acceptable level in 2004 and the number expected to hit that mark in 2013?
The Honourable Minister.
Well, Mr. Speaker, as I was saying, we have a number of competing values in the system. One is to encourage excellence in education and make sure that every single student has the opportunity to be the best that they can be. One of the other goals that we have is to include more people in the education system, to bring students into the education system, to make sure that every student is a participant and every student aspires to be successful. And that will, in fact, lower the overall results. And so there are two competing goals that we have. One is to raise the number of students who achieve the standard of excellence and acceptable standards, and the other is to make sure...
The Honourable Member for Edmonton-McClung, followed by the Honourable Member for Lethbridge East.